Hello everybody, Belinda here and welcome back. Well, today I'm going to be doing a cloud pour. There have been a couple of requests for mixing the house paint. I'm going to use this house paint today, and that is actually from Bunnings, so if you're probably in Australia or New Zealand you would get it. This one is water-based enamel. Right, so that'll be the first time I'm using that one. Normally I would use this one here, which is from Bade, and that's gloss. So gloss enamel, same thing. Okay, the colors I'm going to run through really quickly is Liquitex Basics Bade Green and Cobalt Blue from Montmartre and Montmartre Fluorescent Orange, Montmartre Purple, and Cerulean Blue, and I think I've used, I may not have used this Fluoro Blue. I think I had intentions of using it, but yeah, didn't use it. And of course we're using the Australian Floetrol, and of course white. Now, oh yep, so I've got the black one here as well. I thought I didn't have it to show you guys, so that would be, I'm not using that one at the moment. So let's mix the white first. Let's see, how much white do I put in a cup? Oops. So I'm just going to mix, initially I'm going to mix like quite a bit, and I'm not going to be using it all, but it's always good to mix more and put it aside and use it later, if I can get it out here. Alright, there's still quite a bit in there. So I'm working on a 12 by 16 inch canvas, and it's you know, the deep edge gallery wrapped. Now, even though I'm doing a cloud pour, I'm going to be taking it to the next level. So it's not just going to be a plain old cloud pour. Alright, then I'll add Floetrol, and I like to just add a little bit at first, just to get the mixture going. Otherwise sometimes you can stand and mix and mix and mix forever and a day. I have a little story for you. So all my paints have been mixed, sitting ready for about a month now, waiting to do this cloud pour, because I don't know if any of you remember that I lost my cat nearly 2 years ago, and I swore I was never going to get another cat again. But I don't know, one of these recommended videos came up, and it was all about these big cats, and of course that got me on Google, and as it happens, I ended up buying a Bengal cat, or kitten, and well, of course they're very active, but she hadn't been socialized. So for the first 2 weeks she was howling all day and all night, jumping up on everything as she would, because she's exploring the place, I suppose. And I had my paints out on the kitchen sink ready to go, to pour. And then I was like, uh-oh, I'm going to end up with rainbow footprints everywhere. So I better put them in the cupboard. Needless to say, at the time, I didn't know that Bengals can open cupboards. So she didn't try and open the cupboard, well, yet. I suppose as she grows up, she will definitely give it a go. Right, so that is the consistency currently. Hopefully you can see that. I don't think I'm going to put any more Floetrol in there. So that wasn't a lot of paint. I would say probably maybe about that much paint to that much Floetrol. I could have mixed a lot more, but that's good for now. So I'll carry on with the story once I've mixed the house paint in. Right, so I don't like getting these tins because you've always submission when you have to reopen them all the time. These ones here have got a screw on top, which I find is much better. So with this house paint, just make sure that you mix the contents really well, because you'll always find that there will be a little film of like oil. Right, so give it a good mix. And then I'm going to add, this is just a flat tablespoon, so it's not even actually a tablespoon. So I'll add about 2 tablespoons in there. It is about 2 tablespoons. See, and this is the other issue that you have, is then the paint goes dry there and then it sticks to the lid and then you can't get the lid off. Right, so you always add the white in after. The house paint. Okay, so that should be good enough. You see what I mean about it being flat? It's like flat. Okay, so just give that a very, very good mix. Make sure that it's mixed thoroughly. Okay, so that looks good. Right, so I'm going to cover this with white, not that white, I've mixed some other white up and I'm just hoping it's not going to be too thick or lumpy, because as I was saying, so this is just for to get movement, because I don't want the paint rolling over itself. Let's just see how that will go, how much more I need. So every now and then I would go take my paints out and just mix them up a bit to avoid them going lumpy. But when I went to it this morning, I was like, oh, it's pretty lumpy. So that was a little bit disappointing. So I had to go through these with go through this paint with a fork, and I can still see some lumps. So I'm hoping that it's not going to mess up my artwork. So there's a lump. I'll just run my fingers over here, because That'll also get rid of some of those lumps. Right, so the cat is coming right. She's not howling as much anymore. That was howling night and day, and she was like I had very, very little sleep. She seems to be settling now, and she wouldn't come to me at all. She was so scared of everything. She was scared of the TV, she was scared of looking at me. And I find that very unusual because animals seem to love me, always come to me. But I took her to the vet and she is fine. She's now been desexed. So she's been fixed. So hopefully it's all good things to come with her. I do feel sorry for her because it's really hard on the cat as well. Okay, so that looks like it's good. Okay, so we have 1 cup. I just have to figure out what colours I'm going to do first because I'm looking for a bit of a stormy cloud. So let's go in with, I'm going to go in with the orange first because I want that to come out last. Oh, I saw lumps. Yeah, lumps. Oh God. Sorry guys. That's disappointing. And then I'll probably go in with some purple because I want that effect of the light and the dark with Stormy. And I'm also not sure how much paint I'm going to need to actually get this effect. Because as I mentioned, I'm going to take this to the next level. So it's not going to be just a cloud pour. Okay, now let's go in with the white. So this is the one that we've just mixed. And then we hold thumbs. Ooh, it's sinking. It's probably too thick. Okay, so that should be enough, hopefully. Then I have some lighter blue. I'm just wondering if I should put the lighter blue in now first. No, I think I'll go in with the dark blue. And this is the cyan blue. Because of course the last in is the first out. Okay. And then I'll go in with a lighter blue. And guys, this looks like far too much paint for what I want. Okay. Let's just pour this down. I don't know if you can see in the cup, But if you can see those cells coming out of the cup, then you know that you're going to have a good pour. So I actually wanted the orange. I'm going to stop it right there, because I wanted some orange here. That will be okay, because it's just going to go off the edge anyway. Right. If you look in there and you can see those white cells, hopefully you can see all the cells in there. That's what you're looking for. You can see all the cells are popping up. So I won't use that last bit for now anyway. I just want to bring it a little bit this way because it's dropping off the edge. And sometimes it's good to just let it sit for a while, just so that, you know, this all starts developing. So I'll give it a little bit of a torch. Alright, so you can see these cells are really coming up nicely already. I'll just leave you there for a second so that I can I'll take my paints away so you can watch it develop. Okay, that should be good enough. Let's see. You want to go round and round in the circles to start off with. I suppose I'm not going to end up keeping any of that orange, so I think what I'm going to do is I'll have to add some more orange. Just take it off the edge. Come back. Come back to the center. And we're going to take it off that edge there. Come back to the center. And I'll take it off here, although it's not all that necessary. because I will show you what I'm going to do. Okay. I'm going to take some of that off there. So I'm just looking at my orientation. And I really think I would like to keep that, a bit of that there. Oops. Yeah. So this, you know, my next step you're going to think is going to be like outrageous. You'll be like, why? Okay, hopefully you can see that. I'm just trying to get it off that corner. Okay, now